What are you going to do though? There's no internet and there's no 4G, so you're just going to show them your photos.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look,
there's the queen with her tits out.
I've saw them last week. She's a fucking goer. I take my watch back.
And do what?
Because it's a phone, but on me what? Like, look at this.
Yeah, but without the internet, it's just not going to be as impressive, is it?
It is.
Is it?
What would you take back then?
I don't know. It's an interesting question, but that the phone is without the internet and like 5G. What does your phone show to a person in the 1960s when they're mid-bumming full of acid? Like
eight ball pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. HD photos, 4K photos.
Yeah.
Of the
Back then, they were still painting each other.
of the Queen's tits.
Is it a
I
technology that doesn't
love
rely on
your
the
idea
internet?
of the 60s.
Huh?
It's so funny.
Is it a technology that doesn't rely on the internet that will blow someone's mind?
Yeah, a lot of your phone you can do without, can't you? There is loads of videos that you'll have just had of the world that would blow someone's head off.
Yeah.
Like you can do slow-mo videos with something that fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like they could barely do that in movies back then.
Yeah. And TV, the quality of your TV must have been absolutely dog shit. They were all small, weren't they?
Yeah, and TVs were
then
smaller
blurry.
than that. That's the best telly they've ever seen.
Yeah.
In me pocket. Fits right in me pocket.
Take that back then.
What?
Your phone. That'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
I'd take a yo-yo back, but one of the ones that you got a clutch on.
You light up as well.
Back then, it was just a fucking wooden circle, wasn't it?
I think it'd be horrible going back to the 60s. I think it'd be fucking grim.
It would be
I
awful.
just think there was so much racism.
The
So,
80s
I
would be
think
awful.
If you're white, you'd be
so
fine.
much hard. Like, just, you'd hate so many people.
The 80s would be just as bad. Oh, it's full of cunts, isn't it? And paedophiles.
Whereas today,
Yeah, but you see them less. They were in a higher percentage then. They're on the telly.
What do you mean?
If you look back, every entertainer was a paedophile.
No, that's not true.
In a higher percentage than today.
Yeah, there was more cases of paedophilia, but it wasn't like just
And you
know,
could murder people dead easy back then as well.
right.
Like there's loads of serial killers. And there's not many today.
Oh yeah, I love it how in your head everyone that worked on television was fucking kids. Like, come on, The Price is Right is about to start. You're like, hang on, I'm not finished with my kid. Like, it wasn't. I know.
I'm
I know,
not saying Bruce Forsyth
I know.
was a paedophile.
I know U Tree like was a little bit scary, but not every TV
If they can get
personality
everybody,
was
did they? There's definitely people who they can get.
yeah. There's a few people out there.
I think you'd go back and find it.
It'd be boring and it'd be horrible, and everyone's horrible to each other, like racist and.
I have to say though, going back to the actual Summer of Love in like on the west in California, that would be quite kind of fun.
Yeah.
Is that Woodstock? The first one.
Woodstock's in and around that, yeah.
Yeah, the late 60s in California must have been pretty fun.
What was Woodstock? A concert?
Music festival.
Yeah,
Music
massive
festival.
music festival.
And then they repeated it, and it was one of the the biggest disasters
Yeah.
ever.
Wasn't great.
Whatever, it was
documentary
awful.
on it.
There was no water or it wasn't like a nice place to be. It's just everyone was fucking on drugs. That's why it was.
Was this Fire Festival?
1969. Ja Rule. It wasn't too dissimilar to Fire Festival, to be honest.
Yeah, in New York, in August 1969. Jimi Hendrix is probably the most famous one that played there.
Bob
that day.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Baking hot sun, no water, but everyone's on the pot and fucking. So it's like, oh, it's the best place in the world.
Mm.
Yeah, and then just some ugly lady who couldn't get banged. I mean, that's rough, innit? If you're at Woodstock, you're like, I'm offering it out. I'm walking around here. No one's into it. Because that's the reality as well, innit? I was like, everyone was shagging. Some people couldn't even give it away.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
There was that
because
much of it.
everywhere in history, there's like, they were all doing this. There'd be some ugly fucker going, come on, someone just touched me tit.
In New York.
Yeah, at Woodstock.
Adam, what would he say?
Someone like there'd be like an orgy, and like Linda would be like, "Can I join in?" Not a fucking chance.
Oh, no, I think if you're just going for it, it doesn't matter how ugly she is, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, Linda, come on, just sit on my face while I fuck this woman. she get involved. I'd like to go back to times like that just because, you know the way you were saying, like, they're racist and stuff? That's why I'd like to go back.
I don't know that. We're just guessing, aren't we? But
Yeah.
It was more racist than today.
Yeah, so I'd go back. Like, I'm trying to write a stand-up bit about this. Like, for today, I'm a fucking ignorant arsehole. But if you put me back in the 60s and 50s, I'm the most progressive sound person of all time. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you put me back, like, way back then, I'm like, you know what? Let women drive and vote. Gays can get married. They can fuck in the street if they want. I don't mind. I'll just look away.
Are you
Like,
okay
back
with
then-
that now?
Is that how
I
you
don't
feel
think
now?
I don't think that last one's totally true. I think if you walked out your flat and two gay guys were absolutely pummeling each other, I think you would be like, I don't know if this is what I want before I've had my pret.
I don't mind.
It's prep.
Pret.